Good evening, and ITV stays with the World Gymnastics Championships, and tonight we bring you the women's individual overall event, and we can look forward to a brilliant and at times I'm sure quite breathtaking display of the graceful yet tremendously athletic sport. We see the incredible young gymnasts of Russia and Romania, the two nations who dominated the scene in the last decade. In Munich, the Russians were supreme with Teresheva and Korbut, and at Montreal, Komenech produced perfection. Now, as Moscow approaches, the pendulum individually looks like swinging back. For leading these World Championships at the moment is the engaging young Russian, Elena Mukhina.
And that is the Mukhina speciality, the Korbut backflip with the full twist.
The heavier and taller and now more mature Nadia Komenech is down to second place.
Physically much more powerful now than 2 years ago, 16 years old. But the big question mark with the height and the weight, is she still as good a gymnast?
And the Romanian triple Olympic gold medalist has at the moment to share that second position with the tiny Russian Natalia Shaposhnikova.
So this is something of a speciality for her. Shaposhnikova coming up for her second vault, representing the Soviet Union, who are in the lead in the team event. And a Shukahara.
Shaposhnikova is 17, but Emilia Abel of Romania is only 14, and she is but a decimal of a point down in fourth place.
There's the finale.
Well, the points and positions show just how close the competition is going to be tonight. First, Mukhina, 39.125 points. Joint second, Komenech and Shaposhnikova with 38.975. Fourth, Abel, 38.950. Fifth, Nelly Kim, 38.925. Competition tonight is over the 4 disciplines, and now pictures from Strasbourg, commentary from Janet Mitchell and Emlyn Jones.
And here we have the leader this evening. This is Mukhina, leading as she comes into this individual competition with the marks carried forward from the optional exercise and the compulsories in the team event. And she's in the lead by a fraction over Komenech and Shaposhnikova, who are in second place. In fact, she's in the lead by 0.15 of a point. Oh, a lovely move that, and she's really turning it on. 8,000 people packed into this hall here and really looking forward to a feast of gymnastics. Oh, what a beautiful finish. And a smile there. She's really pleased with that. A head shift round with a back somersault. And that was from Elena Mukhina.
Here we see the Korbut backflip, made famous by Olga Korbut, but Mukhina adds the full twist into the somersault. Extremely difficult, and she does it very well. Wraps around the bar, half turn to catch the high bar again, keeps the swing going well, and Mukhina scores 9.9 on bars.
And we see now Shaposhnikova coming up for the vault. And a twisting a handspring.
Very tiny little girl, Natalia Shaposhnikova, and she really has to attack the vault to get it good height. Comes in well there, has to go into the twist fairly early to get the full twist in before she lands.
She's had her first vault and she scored 9.65. It's the better one to count. She's coming up for her second one. The little girl who's coached by Rastorovsky, who was the coach to the great Teresheva. And she's in the joint lead in the apparatus championship on this event. Oh, just a step forward there. And a full twisting Shukahara.
Very highly rated, difficult vault this by Shaposhnikova. We've all seen the ordinary Zukahara, and here she does it with a full twist. Pushes off the horse to wrap her arms in and gets the full twist. And that's a good landing there for such a difficult vault. And Shaposhnikova scores 9.85, so that will be the score that counts.
And this is the great American gymnast, Rhonda Schwant. Possibly the greatest exponent of the vault in the world. She She got the gold in the Moscow News for the vault. A handspring, front somersault, and a good one. A nice smile there from little Rhonda Schwant. Here she comes up again.
Pitching the board there well, getting good flight off the top, into the somersault, really tightly pulled in and out onto a good landing. And that should be a good score for Rhonda. 9.8 Rhonda scored for that vault.
Kamenech tied in second place, the Olympic champion, with Shaposhnikova just a fraction behind Elena Mukina. And Mukina's just increased her lead a little bit on Shaposhnikova. And now we're going to see whether some of the glitter has disappeared from the great Kamenech. She needs 9.9 to establish herself in second place. Oh, she's come off. Tragedy, tragedy. Oh, this really is drama. Well, she didn't look too sure in the team competition, but to come off in the asymmetric bars, well, that really is tragedy for Kamenech and indeed for Romania. And I'm sure that's a sympathetic round of applause from the crowd, who really have been very much in favor of the Romanians here.
Famous Kamenech somersault there, coming from one bar and catching the same bar. As she goes into the turn here, doesn't quite get hold there and slips off. And Kamenech goes 9.25 on the bars.
Well, that must be a very disappointed Olympic champion, and that could well cost her her chance of adding a world gold. And this is Nelly Kim of the Soviet Union in 5th place in qualifying for this event, and this is her first vault. They do 2 vaults, and it's the better one to count. They can change the vault if they wish. Oh, and the Shikahara straight, beautifully done, and a solid landing. A really lovely performance from Nelly Kim. 20 years old, married.
Good attack there from Kim. Legs well together on the first flight. And a beautiful straight vault. Good landing.
Well, she might add just a little bit to that. Can she do it? Can she make perfection on this vault? Step back a little bit. But she seems pretty pleased with it. A little smile at the crowd. And that 9.9 will put her into second place with Shaposhnikova. Oh, and look at this second flight. Watch the landing, though. Just that little step back. 9.9 again, so that's 9.9 to count. So it's Mukina in the lead, and Shaposhnikova and Nelly Kim tying in second place. So Kim has come up from 5th to second place. Kathy Johnson, representing America, the United States. A tall, willowy, elegant blonde. 19 years old. And at 19, the old lady of the American team. Kathy Johnson from the USA.
Straddle on the bar there, into a turn to come into the dismount. Kathy's got to really pull on that bar a long time to get the wrap around the bar, press down, and